Hello everybody and welcome to the NuWhoZone, and this is the NuWhoZone and we are here for the Giggle. This is a live reaction. Yes, we are going to be here to watch this train wreck fall off a cliff because RTD has teased that he will shatter the mythology of Doctor Who. So be under no illusion, whatever happens tonight is the destruction of Doctor Who. And of course, I am not alone for this live stream, and just there we go, he's back again. It just said disconnected. I will be on camera when the episode starts, of course, and it'll be on time as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Leave your comments while if you are watching. Obviously let us know what you think. We're going to get through this. They did throw up some clips, actually, and I have to say I was very impressed, got to be honest. But seeing RTD come out, being at the TARDIS, begging people to watch is not a good sign. That's all I'm going to say. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. But again, I'm not alone doing this because, you know, I suppose he didn't want to see me suffer on my own, so he's decided to join me for the suffering. As you know, Professor Dinkles made his return lately. If you haven't watched the video, it's probably one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. Very good, very straight to the point, and of course it took a bit of a swipe at a certain individual out there as well, which was brilliant in my opinion. But here he is. It's the one and only Bowlestrek, or I think we got Professor Dinkles there, or maybe Professor Dinkles.
Hi. Just want to test something, Noel. Things are messed up. Do you hear this tapping?
Yes.
Okay, good. My Yeti mic was
okay.
It's not happy with me. Hi. I strained my vocal cords yesterday.
You
possibly
did?
or possibly not. Voicing a certain friend. I may or may not have voiced a certain friend that sounds like
he's very angry with you, wasn't he, though? He was very angry with you as well. I mean, he was angry with piss pants, but he was really angry with you, wasn't he? He was angry that you returned. He was like...
He's been gone for like 2.5 years. He's pissed.
Yeah. Right, 4 minutes. I'm actually nervous. I know Chris has emotionally detached himself from this, right? And this is why I'm kind of glad he wanted to come on, because I'm different. I am still emotionally attached to this. Chris isn't. And I thought, you know, when Chris said it to me last night, I said, you know what, why not? Fuck it. Because I get accused of not having people on with different opinions, right? And I know we're not going to agree on everything that happens here tonight, because we,
we are.
Probably end up well, but no, emotionally, I'm going to be a wreck if it happens. But Chris is, as I said, is emotionally, he will be still upset. Of course he will, but he's just gotten to the stage where
I am black-pilled.
They just don't care anymore, and that's sad. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best. But I know the worst is about to come, and why RTD has decided that he's going to do what he's going to do. I don't know what's... Well, actually, we do, because
we know what's going to happen.
Professor Dinkles actually explained it. He's arrogant. He's got an ego. He's talking about himself and all. Like, I mean, he makes it about him. And you know, anybody that's in the show as well made it about them. I mean, your man that played Sir Isaac Newton coming out and having a go at people. Like, and then fans putting up, well, what's the difference with your man that played the Asian fella in the Tom Baker story that I can't actually pronounce, so I'm not going to even bother.
It's the Talons of Wang Chiang.
Yeah, so the reason why, right, there is a difference, and I explained this on Twitter. I'll tell you why. Back then, in those times when they were writing Doctor Who, there wasn't many Asian actors in England, or the UK for that matter, okay? So that's the difference. Now, the fella that's playing Sir Isaac Newton is a tick box. And the reason why he's a tick box is because if you were staying true to the casting, they would have cast a white bloke. Not half Indian, half white guy, right? Proper white bloke to play the character. See, it's alright when it's the other way around, right? But could you imagine if a white guy played Nelson Mandela or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, right? Or a woman played, Jodie Whittaker played, for example, just to give, because they all love her. But imagine if Jodie Whittaker played Rosa Parks, right? You mean to tell me that there wouldn't be outrage? See, there's outrage one way, but it's okay and acceptable, and we have to accept the fact that they're going to race swap air roles and characters that we love. No, enough is enough. And as I said the other day, as I've been saying quite frequently now, sci-fi is not for everybody. And this is the problem that the industry has. They're trying to make every single one of these franchises for well, no, I rephrase. They're not making them for everybody, because if they were, they wouldn't be trying to alienate us. But they're trying to bring in an audience that just don't have any interest. Sci-fi is not really their niche, right? You listen to the people that talk about how excited they are about Doctor Who, you can tell who the fan is and who the sycophant is, because all they're interested in is who Shooty is going to be screwing in Doctor Who, what pronouns he's going to have, is he going to be playing a gay doctor, right? For us fans, it's different. We want to know, well, what's his doctor going to be like character-wise? You know, how is this doctor going to be developed? All of those things, right? And Doctor Who's a sci-fi show. You cannot do modern agenda only certain shows can do it. But I think Doctor Who, you can't. You can address certain things to a certain level, but this gender ideology shite, you cannot insert that crap into Doctor Who. It doesn't work. If you want gender studies or biology class, then go and fucking watch programs that are suited for that. And that's what we're saying. We're not saying don't make those programs, don't have those characters, just do it elsewhere. Just do it fucking elsewhere. Let us have our Doctor Who. Anyway, here we go. I've got to search this now.
Okay, so while Noel's doing that, this is buffering like a mofo. I would have said something else, but that would have gotten Noel in trouble. So I may end up being behind by a couple seconds. Also, I want your feedback. So vote in the chat or whatever. So so we have Dr. Nasty. We have Dr. Desperation. So I'm thinking of my name for the fake doctor upcoming. So I'm thinking Doctor Who Cares, which is kind of, but I'm thinking of going with Dr. Nutty.
Right, we've started. Right, Soho 1925, folks. And just let me have one more quick pull of this, and then I will.
Noel, are you doing unhealthy things?
It'd be great if I actually put Chris in the other ear. Right.
Am I? Oh, I am so excited. No, yeah, no, that would get me kicked off YouTube, Martin. Yeah. I'm thinking of going with the literal pronunciation of his name. That it's silly. So I'm thinking Dr. Nutty, but I'll probably come up with something better.
Oh.
I am going to review the Christmas special. I don't know if I'm going to do anything after that, because I will have been proven correct by then anyway. I was supposed to be doing this anyway. My last episode of Doctor Who was supposed to be the end of Flux, and that was 2 years ago. And I still haven't gotten over that. No. YouTube's on my arse.
Camera. Actually, I think the singing is pretty decent.
What? We have singing?
No, I said I think this scene is pretty decent.
Has it actually started?
Yeah, I'm already watching.
The fuck?
Neil Patrick Harris is already. He's wrapping up a doll now for some bloke.
Okay, I'm definitely behind. And it's live.
I mean, he's playing this sinister. I have to say, he's actually playing.
Oh no, Neil Patrick. Okay, so right now I just got on Victoria in London. So how many? Okay, Soho 1925.
You're only about a minute and a half behind or something. We've got 50 people watching. Do a favor, guys, though. We just like the stream because it helps with the algorithm. And don't forget to throw in the comments, all right? If you are watching, let us know what you think of it. We would like to know what you guys think of it too. But so far...
Oh, no, Neil Patrick Harris can act. That's...
there was no debate over his casting, wasn't there? No,
he was Doogie Howser. So, yeah, anybody on your side of the pond watch Doogie Howser?
I think he played... I mean...
Oh, buffering, I'm falling for... What the... Suddenly,
Jeez.
I'm watching a sports... So, man, I had to reload things because everything just blew up.
Right, so he's brought
here we go.
To someone, to a scientist or something.
Okay, I'm caught up. Is he? Is Doogie doing the?
What's going on here?
He's doing a German accent.
Oh, right. So this doll's head. Right, hold on. Actually, this is...
Oh, no. Neil Patrick Harris is fine. Same thing as Catherine Tate's performance has been fine throughout this. There have been good points. Tiddlywinks is terrible.
Oh, so he's creating television. Okay, but there's something wrong with that doll.
My God, he's looking old. No, he's be in his 50s now.
That was about to change the world. Here we go, the Giggle and then the titles. That's actually not a bad part.
I haven't gotten to the titles yet.
I have to be honest, I think that's probably the best start of the 3 specials so far. Seriously, not a word of a lie. But that intro, it's still me. I don't care what anybody says. Criticize the show all you want, but that is some title sequence. Seriously, man.
I could hear breath sounds in it. I don't like it.
Right. The camera keeps knocking off, but here's today now. David Tennant's looking very sinister.
Oh, yeah. So I'm my buffer is about 1.5 minutes behind. So
just to let you all know, RTD also confirmed that the scene that we'd seen with Wilf was the only scene that they had filmed. So you won't... I don't think we don't see him in this episode.
I think there was more that was filmed, but keep in mind he died literally right after he filmed it. Yeah, so I haven't gotten to the titles yet. So Noel will be seeing this about 1.5 minutes before I am. So you'll have your jaw open more than me. I can't even talk. Okay, so now they're watching TV and the mummy is melting.
No, I'm at the part where there's the introduction of the doctor and...
Well, I also have this running through numerous things, so yeah, there's a buffer time. So now I'm watching the titles.
You can clearly see that they used a stunt double for Wilf there in that little tiny scene because it's not him. It's not Bernard Cribbins at all.
There was a production picture of Wilf being rolled down the street. I think that was his last picture, which wasn't in last week's episode. Hey, look, it's Toronto. This is what my downtown looks like now. I don't live in Toronto. I live in a worse
camera
place.
Just not staying steady tonight, folks. It wasn't see again, if he's watching the Man United stream, you'll see that it wasn't happening that often. Well, here's Kate.
Oh, look, the tax person.
Oh, the
Oh,
odd.
yes,
You
somebody
can
said
hear
no,
the
I own this
old unit music, but it's been jazzed up.
unknown 189. Oh, wait. Are you on BBC Scotland or BBC Ireland? No.
No, we don't get iPlayer and BBC. Oh, there's Mel. So hang on. So Ruth is at the being in a wheelchair, but she's at the standing up out of a wheelchair. So she.
I'm seeing the helicopters.
What the hell?
Yeah, no,
This was the airplane.
No, this is what my downtown looks like on a typical day. You got all the smoke, you got the crazy people. It's just another normal day in downtown Canada. I'm sure my friends that live near the GTA will identify with me. Oh, look, it's not Davros. She's gonna slap him. He doesn't do subtlety.
Sorry,
no,
the camera. I'm gonna have to try do some fiddling around. That didn't
I was
sound
gonna
good.
tell you, Noel, you're peeking. You're fine now that you're off camera. Okay, I think I figured it out. People that are watching iPlayer versus people that are watching live, that's where the delays come from. So we're watching two different time frames. The discrepancy is about 1.5 minutes.
Oh, it's gone red.
Mel, oh, why? Oh, yes, the member berries. I forgot. We're going to have member berries throughout the whole thing. Okay, I don't drink, but I do have a coffee. So we're going to have a coffee drinking game. Noel, get a shot glass. Every time there's a member berry, take a shot. You'll be dead.
Oh, she's gone mad because the bracelet is malfunctioning.
Mel slept on the show, but she was good in Real Big Finish. Real Big Finish ended years ago. Okay, so now somebody's going to crash a plane. Hey, it's Boris. Okay, so we just had a Boris Johnson reference.
Right, Kate has got a bit crazy.
How many viewers are we up to, Noel?
We've got 44 viewers.
No, not bad. Noel, did you get your shot glass?
I took it, so I'm ahead of you, so. Oh, there she is, your woman, the news lady woman from the old series. Oh, remember, Barry?
Yeah.
What it's all here.
I miss drinking, but it's a caffeine shot for me.
I'm actually enjoying this so far. I mean, it's not bad. But obviously, we know what's to come. But
Everybody's fighting. Whatever could you be getting at here, Russell? Oh, speaking of fighting, I got
It's
bums.
figured out. So, but remember, very like she did for that episode, the doctor's daughter. Yeah. Oh.
Espresso via IV, probably, Chris. I'm supposed to be giving up coffee. I've given up everything else fun. Okay, now I'm at the lady from the old show.
Root madly.
But don't worry, Noel. You've already done your member berry shot, so I won't make you die. It's unfair for me to make you have a shot when you see it, so you just call them out.
Oh, that's very clever. I won't spoil it. That's actually very clever.
I'm not connected, talking about the online stuff. I'm one of those people that has actually given up my internet addiction, and I'm very happy about it. I haven't been on Facebook for over a year. I'm assuming you have the chat settings to subscribers only or 4 week long subscribers or whatever that is.
No, I decided. I said to Cheryl, I said, what can they say that's going to hurt my feelings anyway? Let them, if they're angry, they're angry.
Well, I'm still getting yelled at for last week because it called out the crappy effects. I had fun with that.
See, I know where this is going. It's already you can already tell where this is going. I think the rumors are absolutely spot on. I know where this is going.
Oh, let me guess. The Master. Da 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 da. Yeah.
No, but wait you see what it is. It's actually very clever. It actually is clever. But I know where this is all going.
We all know where this is going.
I'm just wondering how many cameos we're gonna get for the destruction.
No, between everybody here, we've called everything right for 6 years now. I don't think Noel, I don't think you've missed once. So right now, wheelchair lady is getting pissy. Her name is not Davros.
Oh yeah, because the Doctor's the president of the world. I forgot. Jesus, when the world goes crazy, he's the president of the world. Remember, Peter got Tim's master coming. Well, there was a rumor that he may make an appearance. He was supposed to make an appearance in last week's episode, but that never came.
That would be the least original thing they could do. So yeah, I would be surprised.
I would be surprised if he shows up because what they're about to do. But if you are actually destroying the canon, then you would have to bring him in, wouldn't you, to kind of. Well, I have to say, Bonnie, she's not she's gotten older now. She's not as young as she was when she was back in the day, was she?
She was the most annoying companion, but she's one of those where they deliberately changed her character for Big Finish. She was known for screaming. She didn't really scream much on Big Finish. They reinvented both her and the Sixth Doctor, and then the Sixth Doctor became a raging SJW in the end. Then I just said to hell with it.
Oh.
Celestial Toy Maker. Yeah, known 189. Actually, on Big Finish, the Celestial Toy Maker is now a woman.
Why is
Mel was last seen. No, she was seen last year in that Abomination Super Doc right at the very end.
Donna has just got a job at unit. Donna has just got a job at unit. Kate has given her a job.
So she'll be on that spin-off show that nobody's going to watch. Like I like Catherine Tate. I just not here. Like they were the best Doctor companion team of the new show. Not here though, because in many ways they're just not the same characters.
No, but the performances are better this week than they have been in the last 2 weeks. But I did like the dialogue between them last week, I have to say. I thought they were coming back. I think this is the first episode was so bad, I think it's just kind of ruined it for everywhere. Oh, they're talking about Mel now.
Well, at least we know how Mel ended up home.
Hold on. I just noticed an old car there. Did he travel back in time?
Oh, I'm still behind.
Oh no. Yeah, he is, yeah, I think so. But he's looking at something. What's he looking at?
Okay, so I'm now at the point where they're talking about joining unit.
Oh, he's going to the. Okay, I better shut up because I'm spoiling it. That's a funny scene. Oh, Neil Patrick. Oh, here's the scene. This scene's deadly. David Tennant's face in this scene, don't think. I don't know why they're desperate. That's why they spoiled this scene. They should never have spoiled this scene.
Oh, you're clipping again, Noel. The Doctor is now a billion years old. I'm assuming they're working in Capaldi's little adventure, which wasn't really an adventure. The Doctor should be about 2,000 years because half his life was the 1,000 years of Matt Smith. Or he was 2,000 years by the time of Capaldi. And Dr. Nasty took place in real time, so this would make him, 2004 years old?
Oh, shit.
Oh, she's going to be in the 14th Doctor spin-off series, Partners in Time. Who knows? Who makes a multiverse out of a dying franchise that nobody watches anymore? That's right, Petey Rich, but they wouldn't understand it. I don't think anybody understood that. It was just a really good episode. Shows you how strong a writer Moffat was. Michael Goth. Okay, no, I just had a whole bunch of member berries. Did you do your shots?
No, where they mentioned Addy Post and all that.
No, I just saw the flashback to Michael Goth. And,
yeah, they did that, and they ruined that yesterday.
The Celestial Toymaker was played by the same person that played Alfred in the original Batman movies, for those of you that don't know. Also played a very sadistic person in, what was that? I can't remember. Horror movie. Crucible of Horror, that's what I'm thinking of. Did they actually animate the 3 missing episodes of Celestial Toymaker? Because I haven't kept up with it.
They have,
they did?
And don't look at it.
Just don't look at it.
No, just don't. Seriously. People will tell you in the chat, just don't look at it.
I've got the audiobook, I'm fine. I've got the one remaining episode on my Lost in Time set.
I know where this. I know exactly where this is heading, even with this conversation. Right, it looks like the camera is gone again. It's this wind. The window that on the side is brushing off. The curtains brushing off the fucking camera wire, and it's so fucking sensitive right now.
Oh, that's fallen into another realm. Where we're going.
Mentioned something about the other realm, and he said he beat the toy maker, but he's here now. But that's the thing, he's not here now. The Doctor never beat the toy maker. That's what I think RTD is going to do tonight, which means that the regenerations from Christopher Eccleston on, or indeed William Hartnell, all the way up, were in the Toymaker's realm all along. Which means basically everything that the Doctor has been through the last 60 years was fake. So all those victories.
Anybody remember the end of Dallas? I have a feeling that's what we're about to experience. No, it wasn't Dallas. No, the Newhart. Or the Newhart, Bob Newhart show. That's where we're going.
So the guy that bought. Oh. Oh, no way. Holy shit, that's deadly. No way.
Oh, Unknown 189. I don't even bother trying to keep up with the timeline at this point. Everything's been thrown out. He's met Shakespeare how many times?
So basically what happened was that William Hartnell's Doctor never beat the toy maker, and the Doctor has been trapped in the toy maker's realm all of this time. Therefore, every single regeneration that we saw, every victory that we saw the Doctor have never happened.
I haven't seen this yet, but okay, this is.
Oh no! It hasn't happened here. This is me speculating about the rumors that have been flying about what they're going to do. So I'm just speculating here. But based on what I'm watching so far, I'm telling you, man, it's heading in this direction. I know it is.
If it heads in that, I'm not going to do my review of the episode as normal, because the episode itself isn't bad. The acting is okay. The effects aren't atrocious.
I think this is a good episode so far. And I'm going to ruin it with the last 20 minutes, I bet you.
Well, no,
right?
if what we think is going to happen happens,
oh my God, look at that!
I just keep getting.
Oh my God, that's freaky. Oh, no. Oh my God.
The giggle in his head. He's a dummy.
Yeah, it's not deadly, but wait, you see the next thing coming up with Donna. Oh my God. What the fuck? Look behind you.
Like the episode so far is well written. It's well shot. It's the best written episode we've had since Moffat
Yeah.
left, but that's not saying much. The bar is very low.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Killer baby doll? Oh. Uh-oh.
Everybody look up what's called Jump the Shark. We are about to be the Fonz jumping a shark.
I can't believe it though. This is, as Chris said, rightly so, 33 minutes in, and this is probably the best thing that RTD all we've seen in the last 6 years, in fairness. But we know what's to come, and that's what's going to ruin all of this hard work now. Is that...
Maybe this is why the effects...
Hold on, that's Amy Pond!
What's with this creepy little doll? I'm like, this is probably why the last episode was so atrocious, because they spent all the effects on this and the meep, which looked terrible. I think Disney paid for this episode. They must have.
Oh, there's Clara. Bill Potts. Obviously, it's not the proper cameos, it's the dolls, right? Just in case anybody starts getting... But this is a great scene.
This reminds me of the horror movie Dolls. Haley!
The Flux. He's referenced the Flux is back. Shit.
Oh, yeah, that.
Oh, no. Yeah, the universe is destroyed, so... Oh, here we go. Hey, Problem B.
Lee, you want to come join us for this dumpster fire?
No, he's not watching, so no point to anyone.
Right,
no, it's not fair. It's not fair because, like, he said he's not watching, right. so he's not
dear,
watching.
There goes the episode. Oh, I'm not there yet. I'm sure this will be exciting.
No, I mean, he referenced the Flux, but now the Doctor's challenged him to a game, so we'll just see what happens here, right? But he did reference the Flux again, okay? But he was in reference to all the companions that he lost, so...
Okay, I see Amy.
So the toy maker is basically just playing with the Doctor there with his emotions, telling him what he's done to all the... disagree. Myself and Chris have said up until this point it's been a good episode, so I don't know what you want.
Not good episode, but better written and much better shot.
Well, let's see. There are deck of cards.
And better acted across the board. Oh, God, Bill. You're going to remind us of her sexuality in puppet form? Are they going to bring up Adric?
No, because it's only got to do with new...
Okay, I'll listen to the Flux part. That's where I am. And note, people, this is not Chibs being clever. Chibs was an idiot. They're trying to fix a plot hole.
I think he is trying to fix a plot hole, but it's how he's going to fix it is what we all are fucking worried about. I hope these rumors are false, because if they are, then this episode has been decent, and then it'll end this 60th on a bit of a high, but it's still going to be Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Shit, you're not going to beat that.
Only Amy, Clara, Bill, and yeah, it's because fixing that would be politically incorrect, Chris.
Oh, they're playing best of three. So it was 1-0 to the Doctor back then. It's 1-0 to him now. So now they're playing best of three. Oh. Oh, that's deadly. No, Yaz wasn't a wooden doll, but that would have been actually ironic, wouldn't it, as we call her the plank?
PD fixing a plot hole with the nuke. Yeah.
Oh,
The king is Matt Smith.
it better not be on Gallifrey. That's all I'll say. Uh, oh, there's a Spice Girls playing. It's the Spice Girls. Someone's playing the Spice Girls. Yeah. Oh, there's a mil. Oh, okay. He's dancing. Hmm. Okay, he's just disappeared after all that.
Okay, now I'm at the Spice Girls time.
I mean, it's so Neil Patrick Harris, that scene, right? I mean, I'm not, but it's not. It should be. They seem to have a thing lately where they want to put musical numbers in Doctor Who. There's going to be another one Christmas. Oh.
Okay, so this musical number is actually the most ridiculous thing. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, this just went to I won't say the word. Shite. 40 minutes,
Oh.
yes. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. What am I watching? Wow,
I
did
mean,
this
that
ever
seems ridiculous,
go
but
to
I'm on to the
complete?
next thing.
Wow. This is heights of ridiculousness that even Chips the idiot didn't get to. This is the equivalent of that Star Trek musical episode, also known as the day Star Trek died. I know you're not watching this, Lee, but I can't believe what I'm seeing on my screen.
Yeah, and then the next scene tones are right back down again. I don't get that. That scene was just for Neil Patrick Harris to dance.
Yeah, no. There's this thing called tone.
I know, it's ruined the complete. I know. It went from serious tone straight to that, and now it's back to serious again.
Like
It's a deadly scene now coming up.
That is the most ridiculous scene I have seen in this show ever. Chris, I'm glad I'm not exposed. Oh, you have no idea, my friend. Oh, God damn it. It's like Dancing with the Stars. Although PD Star Trek was resurrected once for one season.
Uh-oh.
He just said the bang and he said bang boom boom. Hey, my catchphrase for the year. Oh, now here's our mandatory boom boom blowy blowy boom boom. Is it more
No, but
cringe
this scene
than
is
Dr.
deadly, man.
Swan's? Yeah, it's worse than that, Lee.
Yeah,
This
it
one
was
came with
more cringe.
balloons and
I'll
bubbles.
even admit that, and I didn't mind the Boney M scene. But again, it shouldn't have been. Musical numbers don't belong in Doctor Who. That's my problem with it. But uh, the Boney M one at least had a bit of a slight bit of class. This was just an opportunity for Neil Patrick Harris to dance.
It
Really,
had balloons, Lee.
yeah, he turned
Balloons.
them into balloons. Yeah. But here we go. This is a good scene. Oh, he's fired. He shot the.
Many faces containing something far horrible.
Oh,
Except for Dr. Nasty.
he's just shot the doctor with the laser. What the fuck?
Well, he does have to die in this episode. That's the only thing we
No,
know.
but hang on. Oh. Yeah, regeneration aid, energy. Mel and Donna Doe have stepped up and said you're taking us as well.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, not again.
Ben,
I
any
know
whoops up?
people. I know people did, we were excited to have him back and it hasn't panned out, but he's going to go again now. Like, again.
Ben, is there any woke
It's
stuff
time.
so far?
It's time. Here we go.
Not,
What's going to happen here? Hold on. I think this is it now. This is where we'll find out now what's going to fucking happen. Here we go. No, nothing's happened. What? I don't. What? What's going on here? Pull him. He said pull him. What?
Okay, so I just saw. Okay, so
Hold on, wait. It's happened. It's happened. It's happened. It's actually happened. It's actually fucking happened. He's just split in two. It's fucking just happened. He's fucking done it.
So the split. Okay, so I'm at the regeneration scene right now, so I'll see what happens. The regeneration energy just started. That was a fun 60 years. Now back to start. No, Star Trek's dead too, PD.
No, I don't like this. What the fuck? There's two of them. There is two of them. And shoot, he's in this now, and there's over fucking 18 minutes to go. What the fuck? Right, he's in his boxer shorts though. They're hugging each other.
Here we go again. This will be his third regeneration.
I have boy generated. It's supposed to be a myth, but it's not.
Okay, so I'm at the point where the regeneration energy has gone away.
So you come in a range of colors. Oh my god, that's so fucking.
Okay, I haven't seen this, but I don't think I'm gonna like what I'm about to see. They're about to pull his arms apart. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They've challenged them to a game. He doubled it. The toy maker doubled them. Oh, why? But in fairness, right? Okay, that's happened, but it hasn't fucked up bit canon yet.
Why isn't Nutty wearing pants?
Maybe when he pulled them out, he pulled them out with his underwear.
Yep. Why did they do that? What?
Because
Bigeneration?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they said. Right, so they don't regenerate in the traditional way anymore. Right, I have to say, Shooty is not annoying me so far, though.
Eye regeneration? Really? Really? But 14 still has all his clothes. Yeah. Oh, hey, yo, welcome to hell.
Actually, yeah, that doesn't make sense because he'd have his shorts. Yeah, you're right.
No,
But
he just
hold on,
wanted
he's
to
telling
show
where
up that way because...
But this is stupid now.
So, yeah, this completely jumped the shark and went to hell with the dancing scene. Now this is just stupid. Well, of course they wanted to see Dr. Nutty naked. Oh, hey, Jack. Welcome to hell. Is the doctor going to have relations with himself? Probably.
My legions are coming. So this is not the end of the Toy Maker.
Nobody's commenting on him being. Oh, I did. The first thing I said was, where are his pants?
Right, signal's dead.
That goes without saying, PD.
Right, so what's going to happen? Tenants, oh man. Oh my God, the doctor's giving himself a hug. Shoot, the doctor is saying, I got you. I'm here. And he's just after kissing him on the cheek, on the head. Oh, there's the gold tooth, so that means someone just picked it up, like the master. So hang on, does this mean that Tennant's doctor's just going to stay with Donna now? Ah, they've mentioned that, Rick.
They beat him real easily. Yeah, they did. That was very low effort. Okay, so now the doctors are hugging.
Oh, he's mentioned the time warp.
Okay, the doctor just gave himself a kiss. Now they're staring lovingly at each other. Jesus Christ. Now we got the master laugh.
He didn't kiss him in the lips. Will you stop? Jesus Christ, don't be making things up. I saw the same myself. He didn't kiss him on the lips.
But they did stare lovingly into each other's eyes. That did happen.
No, it's the real universe. The universe is still destroyed. He mentioned flux, but nothing else has changed except he's just changed the way regeneration has happened now. Instead of them regenerating the way they did, you just stick out a new one. And the other one gets to go and live a normal life by the sounds of things. That's the way it sounds like. But there must be a reason why they beat the there's still 10 minutes left to come home. So there you go. She's inviting him back to stay with.
So let's retire the old white male doctor. He's going to go to the retirement home, and now it's going to be the adventures of Dr. Nutty. Sounds dumb. What's the point of that? Who knows why they do these things, Lee? I stopped trying to figure it out a long time ago.
What's going on here? Shoot, he's. Hold on. What? What? He's not going to give me his own. He's going to give me his own TARDIS, isn't he? Yeah, he did. Fuck off. I mean, he won a prize, so I suppose, yeah, it is. But the way they did it.
Nudie still has no pants on. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to fix that.
Wheelchair accessible TARDIS, by the way. Right, he's got his own TARDIS.
Wouldn't he just be able to make it wheelchair accessible by like itself? I don't know. I'm not at that point yet.
But there's what? But you see, the problem I have now is the TARDIS is supposed to be a living thing.
It is a living thing that's been established.
So how is that two TARDISes all of us? Oh, he's got the jukebox one. He gave him back his original one. Okay. And he's just flying off in his. Oh, he's legging it off before he gets a chance. Oh, he's just going to leg it off on him. Oh, look, you get him. Oh. I Okay, the back of the noble household. Niece. He just called Rosie's favorite niece.
Oh, now we're back to Tiddlywinks.
But hang on. If he stays with Donna and the family, is he now going to die like the Meta Crisis, or is he still going to regenerate? See, this is why this is so stupid.
I'm assuming he'll die.
Well, hell. Old age? How long does that take for a fucking boy regeneration doctor? Here's Shooty again. Oh, he's got music on the TARDIS, so here we go. I have to say, I haven't minded his introduction. I mean, he's not annoying, but I reckon he's going to get annoying pretty fucking fast. But he gets some clothes on you now. I mean, he's mesmerized by the destination Christmas. Right, are you going to show us a little trailer now, or what? Well, we'll just wait and see what happens here, but that's the end of it now. Right, is there a trailer at the end? Come on, coming down Christmas Day. Oh, he's doing the big long fucking ending to this crap.
The doctor is now the uncle and Mel the aunt. Yeah.
I mean, Tennant's doctor, though, Jordan is there, did kind of yearn for a family because it was referenced a few times and all, but that's just...
Well, the one thing that the rumors were basically true. So, yeah, this
except
is
for the destruction of William Hartnell and all of that, an individual fucking...
that rumor came later, but the original rumor was true.
But, yeah, that's it. We didn't actually get...
This is our doctor is basically retired. And
yeah,
there's a new doctor.
And there's a new doctor. So basically, yeah, he lobbed one out. Basically, David Tennant lobbed one out.
So we're back to Dr. Nutty, and he's still not wearing pants. Yeah, Jack, I kind of agree with you there, Jack. But honestly,
after that, well, let me just say, I don't think a lot of fans are going to be happy with the way they've done it. But yeah, I think this might signal the end for a lot of people. For the simple fact of the matter is that
Christmas.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all you get. Well, I didn't get a trailer unless there's one popped on BBC official.
So basically, Noel, now I'm seeing the end. So my summation is RTD's ego. He had to do his own timeless child. So now not only is the doctor an old space baby, but our doctor is basically retired. And he's gone to the old white dude's home, and Dr. Duty.
There is a trailer. Well, they didn't show a trailer where I watched this, so I'll go and watch the trailer, see what the trailer. But listen, this is
since the curator is retired.
This was decent until all of that. And
so there goes your lore, folks.
It's gone. We'll talk about this more. I did suggest that we do the panel
trailer now.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to look at the trailer myself as well, guys, so just bear with me. But this is not going to go down well with fans. For the simple reason is this. Okay, yeah, it's nice and sweet that David Tennant's doctor gets to live out with Donna Noble and her family, right? That's all right. Okay. That doctor in particular always wanted to settle down. It was referenced throughout his whole era anyway. He always talked about family, right? So from that point of it, yeah, it is kind of nice. But here's the thing, right? To make that work, you decided to reinvent regeneration just to make this happen.
To reinvent the show.
Yeah, that's what he's done. But you see, the thing about it is, I don't like it. So he's going, so because this is why it doesn't make any sense, right? So think about this logically, and this is why RTD, you're an absolute tick, right? And I'll call you out to your face, you're an absolute stupid idiot, right? So when Shooty's doctor goes back to Earth and has an adventure on Earth and the world goes to shit, what do you think David Tennant's doctor is going to do? You think he's going to sit in Donna Noble's fucking gaff and watch the because he wants to have a family? There's no thinking. And then when Shooty leaves, then right, is he going to knob off another one? So then Shooty's doctor remains where Shooty's doctor was. So what's he going to do? Spread all of these different doctors around the fucking universe? That's exactly what's happening. Actually, it's just after coming to me. Think about it. He dots the ball over the universe. Shooty leaves, another doctor comes, and then they have their own fucking spin-offs. Paul McGann. This is stupid.
The whole purpose. The doctors do not exist alongside each other. There's a new actor. I just logged into the Gallifrey of bases. Still don't know how they haven't banned me. You got the usual people wanking all over this, and then people that agree with me. This was just dumb. Let's see. We'll see what the vote is. It's usually, although like most people have been kicked off the site anyway, so literally it is Jody fanboys. Okay, 10, fantastic, the absolute pinnacle. We have 12 votes. For 9, we have 26, 8, 11. This is out of 10, 7, 9. 6 through 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. I'd rather 1 out of 10, 5. So even on here, this is a very mixed reception.
Right, but you know what's interesting? Straight away, they've thrown up the trailer. By the way, it started the trailer. It looks like it's in a nightclub with Shooty dancing in a t-shirt. Just want to tell you,
it's going to be Dr. Fabulous. They just can't let Tennant go. Well, that goes without saying.
So let's be honest here. RTD he's reinvented regeneration to move because he thinks this is the way to move the show on. No, the way to move the show on was to actually just keep the politics out of it and just write these.
I'm gonna take off.
When you are capable of doing it, though, then you ruin it with this bollocks. So
I will give my summation because I got to take off and
same here because I'm going to do the review. We got 100. By the way, we have 100 people watching. Never had 100 people watch before.
Okay, so the episode was well acted and well shot up until the dance scene. The plot was very meh.
The Spice Girls scene from that music onwards, that's when the episode went downhill, didn't it, Chris? It was after that, but that Spice Girls scene is when the episode went downhill. The Spice Girls
scene is when like the whole episode just goes to crap. That is the most ridiculous scene I've seen in Doctor Who.
That was just
the first half of the episode, competently acted, competently shot. It looks like they had a completely different effects team working on the effects compared to the atrocity that was last week. The episode completely goes off the rails with a dance sequence. There's no effort given to defeating the toy maker. They just turn him into a frickin' box. The split regeneration is idiotic. It ruins the lore of the show. This is not two doctors existing at the same time. This is one doctor passes on to the next. It's been that way since 1966 when they had to replace William Hartnell because he was too ill to play the doctor. They have undone this. The doctor that we know is basically being retired. And we have Dr. Nutty, who also spent his entire first appearance without pants. Why? Just why? It's RTD can't let go of 10. No. I guess. Well, he's regeneration 10, 11, and 14. Then we have Tiddlywinks at the end, and I'll give it a 4 for the competent beginning. That's it. But yeah, for a lot of people,
it was the toy maker that did it. The doctor actually said, Shield's doctor and Tennant's doctor say, you did this. So he's the one that did it. But it's not the end of the toy maker, because he did actually say, oh, my society is coming, or something like that, before he actually does. So RTD already leaving breadcrumbs, like, but not really fucking.
No, it's no. There is jumping the shark. Things are done for shock value. This is the definition of jumping the shark. They just completely changed the nature of the show. It's no longer one Time Lord turns into the next Time Lord. It is we have 2 Time Lords.
Yeah,
and the old they literally just retired the old white dude.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing. So instead of air doctors regenerating like they do, right? What's basically happened is when they come to the end of their run, basically just pull their arms, I suppose, and then out pops a new one. So the other one can pop off then and do the things that they want to really do, rather than save the universe, which makes the Doctor a selfish prick.
Yeah, and
which makes no sense, because then why would he be saving all the universes and all the planets if he was going to just end up doing that in the first place? Listen, I'll get more into my review tomorrow with the panel, but I will let Chris do his summary, and I'll shut up interrupting him, because I am actually a bit pissed about that. Episode was great up until the last Spice Girl scene, and then there was a scene after that was pretty decent, but that's when this story went downhill. But I will agree with Chris on one thing: the run on this again, better than the last 2 weeks, but it's still not groundbreaking. It's still
no, like the issues. The issues that were present in and there are issues with the previous 2 episodes, and they're different. The first one was a woke disaster dumpster fire that on its own the show will not recover from. The second one had some of the worst effects I've ever seen, which completely distracted from the episode. I've had people yell at me all week, but no, those effects were awful. And considering that, this is Disney money, there's no excuse for it. This one didn't have the issues. Well, no, actually, it kind of did with the no pants flamboyant scene. But it didn't.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind that, but why not put him in fucking like, if David Tennant's Doctor is gonna regenerate into his clothes, why didn't shoot his Doctor fully?
I got another question here. I'm going to answer, Noel. Which is worse, this or the Timeless Child? They both rewrote opposite ends of the Doctor's history. The first one completely unwrote the Doctor's backstory. This one has completely rewritten the Doctor's story going forward. It's jumping the shark. Like the show, well, really until Chibs, I guess. But this show has a tradition that's been passed along. The tradition itself, regeneration, is 57 years old, because that was conceived in 1966. But the tradition of the show is the Doctor regenerates from one form into the next. It has now become something that it wasn't. You have 2 Doctors existing side by side. That's not how regeneration works. When I go for a crap in the future, I'm going to say I'm going for, oh yeah, that works, PD Rich. That might be, in theory, you are splitting things off. So real doc. So who was the woman who picked up the gold tooth? That was Mel. I think Mel picked up the gold tooth.
I think Mel is not all that she seems, to be quite honest with you. I think
so.
Mel
basically, the Doctor is a plant cutting. Yes, literally. I don't know if you watched it, Daniel. But yeah, they literally pulled his arms apart. So the show is confused now. 2 Doctors. What they're now calling it the Whoniverse, which I guarantee is not going to last very long. But I'm assuming they're going to have multiple runs at the same time. The Curator. Honestly, there's so many strands to this that don't make any sense. Will David Tennant's Doctor be the Valeyard?
Or the creator? Could be. Yeah, but hold on. How would that make sense? They're all saying the crew. I can't say the word. The Tom Baker's character in the 50th anniversary. How can that be? It's Tennant. It means then he'd have to regenerate backwards. You aren't making sense, folks. Don't try to make sense of this, right? He isn't. Okay? This is just something dumb and stupid by RTD because he thinks it's clever and is going to save the fucking show. Okay? The simple fact of the matter, this is fucking dumb. There's a meta crisis David Tennant out there, and now there's this fucking Dr. Tennant out there. These are all forgetting. There's actually two versions of him now. Okay?
Yep.
This doesn't make sense in any realm or and anybody that tries to make sense of it is codding them fucking selves, right? It makes no sense. It's absolutely ridiculous what he's done, right? He's just trying to send a fucking message. That's all it is. Retire the old white now. Let's move forward. Fuck this crap.
Yeah, right? No, he what he wanted to do, Noel, is he wanted to leave his stamp. And if you look at it, even though BBC identifies it, it's no longer identified as Doctor Who 2005 to present. It's now Doctor Who 2023 to present. He's trying to be clever by creating a new show. I'm like, here's the state of Doctor Who. This is objectively the state of New Who, which really I have no interest in anyway. I have to rewatch.
Listen to this. Apparently, this is New Who. Hold on. This is apparently official from RTD. Just said on the official podcast that all doctors, even classic doctors, have boy generated.
So that's then that tells you right there. But here's why this multiverse will not work, Noel. And this is looking at this from a distance beyond. Obviously, we hated Dr. Nasty and everything else, but every show has its time. This show is almost 19 years old if you look at since Doctor Who came back. This version of the show really was only on fire from 2005 to 2010. I think the strongest season was Matt Smith's first season. It started a very slow trend downward in 2011 with season 6, the first split season. That's when cracks started to show. The writing started to go downhill. Moffat tried being too clever for his own good. The show became confusing. So it was in Matt's. We're 13 years into what is a slow followed by a rapid decline of this show. Quality got worse into season 7. There seemed to be a brief uptick in season 8, which is the last time any of us really had any hope for the show. Then the real downward trend starts with Capaldi's second season. The scripts get bad. That's when the show got woke. There's been a very clear drop off in audience year over year, starting with season 6. I think from what I remember, either season 6 or 7. I think 7 was down slightly, except for the special. So even without the wokeness, this show has been getting old. It's been on a downward spiral for 13 years. The 13th Doctor did not go down very well. That's putting it mildly. And, it's you have these things, you ask, just the layman of, Doctor, oh, yeah, isn't that show that, I may have caught? It was good. Then they turned it into a woman and it went downhill. You look at the ratings for when this came back, David Tennant coming back, this was them throwing everything they could at it. And the ratings, I think David Tennant's peak overnight was 14 million, which was Voyage of the Damned, which was 2007. They halved overnights for Dr. Nasty's first episode. You're trying to reboot a show, regardless of what you do. What he's doing forward could be genius. It won't. But you're trying to reboot a dead franchise that has had no time to go away. You have a franchise that some people walked away from really starting 13 roughly years ago when people started leaving because the quality went downhill. You have a show that's insulted the fans. You got a show that became downright insulting during Dr. Nasty's tenure. The public has spoken. The public has walked away. It doesn't matter what you do with this going forward. You're trying to launch this Whoniverse thing. How are you going to pay for it? Disney is screwed, and Disney isn't going to be able to keep this up. My guess is that maybe they'll get one series out of this. That's not going to do well.
Well, it's already
some.
signed
You'll
up.
get.
Shooty's already doing two because Shooty's already filming his second season.
Okay,
So
they
it's
pulled
already
the.
it's already
Well,
got two seasons, and
I guess they
yeah,
did that
apparently
because
he's
they were
doing the
worried.
third. So it's definitely because of the deal that's in place with Disney. They have to now fulfill their deal, even if the show. See, this is the thing. What people have to realize is, yeah, the show might survive on Disney Plus, but if the ratings for this last special continue to decline on BBC, there is no way that BBC can justify keeping Doctor Who in the prime time slot on a Saturday night. So what's going to end up happening then is that Doctor Who will be taken off BBC and probably be just thrown on straight onto iPlayer. That's that's what's going to happen. That's the reality of the situation because the Disney deal, they have to now make series. That's why they've already started filming. They're already halfway through apparently the second season
So you get
already.
at least 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But honestly, like who's and Doctor Who, the rights are all over the place now. You have the BBC, which from what I could tell, the license payee numbers keep dropping every year, and I don't know if the privatization of the BBC is still happening because that was Boris's idea, and he's been gone for a while. But the license fee money that's going to be drying up. Disney is a dumpster fire, and there's also a basically almost a hostile takeover going on at Disney right now, specifically because they've sunk the company with woke BS, and Doctor Who, specifically the Star Beast, is one of the worst examples. The other two episodes really weren't woke, except for the beginning of the other one and sort of the way they presented Shooty's Doctor. And Sony, which I guess owns Bad Wolf. Best of luck to you, Sony.
In fairness, this Disney thing is rotten to the core. They lied to us anyway because initially they told fans that it was only a distribution thing, but on the Bad Wolf website it says they actually have some creative input.
The rights are basically split in three: Sony, Disney, and the BBC. Where, although I think Sony they own the production company, but I don't think they have much creative control. Bad Wolf
But
does.
again, RTD is doing this though. I know you can easily blame Disney, easily blame Sony, and all of this, even if they were pushing agendas. But let's be honest, RTD himself is doing this after criticizing a couple of years ago, especially Jordan Loki. He was criticizing some of the things that Hollywood and Disney were doing, and now he's doing the exact same thing, if not worse. I mean, look, I haven't even gotten into the TARDIS, right? I'll talk more about this tomorrow. But if this was me, if this was me 12 months ago, I'd probably be in tears right now. I have to be honest. I did say I was worried about what would happen, but when it happened, I've got to be honest. I'm like Chris. Now I just didn't feel well. I got a bit angry, but I didn't feel. I don't feel as bad as I did during the Timeless Child where I broke down. Do I believe this is worse than the Timeless Child? Absolutely. This is worse. Think about what he's saying. Every classic Doctor, he's just confirmed on a podcast, every classic Doctor has boy generated.
How is that going to work, Russell? Other than recasting them, the first three actors are dead, have been for decades, although William Hartnell has been recast multiple times, and I didn't agree with any of them. Your four surviving classic series Doctors, the only one who is young enough to really do it at this point is Peter Davison, and he's in his 70s. Tom Baker is about to be 90. He's very frail. He can't do it. Colin Baker, can't stand the guy, but he's in very poor health. When he does interviews, he's got tremors. I'm getting there. Sylvester McCoy is, I believe he's 80 now. He's actually in good shape for his age, but I don't think he could pull off the Doctor anymore. Paul McGann.
Question I got for you though. What if RTD says, look, it doesn't change the stories that all of these Doctors have. I've just changed how regeneration happens.
No,
would that still make no difference to you?
It would make no
and I'll
difference.
ask you guys in the chat, would that make a difference to you?
Nope.
Or is it this a no-no? Because for me, I can tell you out straight now, I won't hold back. This is a no-no. You don't do this. Regeneration is very sacred in this show, right? It was a way of getting around the fact that William Hartnell got ill, God love him. And they found a clever way of rebooting this show, basically. And now, there's Gary. There's Gary from Nerdrotic. Oh my God.
Oh, hey. I was bored.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, my friend. How's it going?
But,
yeah,
but
it was.
just,
oh, go ahead.
The history. I just don't get it. It does make it makes no sense though. Anyway,
ask Gary if you want to.
So where's all the other doctors? So what happened, Matt Smith's doctor? What happened, Christopher Eccleston's doctor?
No. Ask Gary if he wants to come on since he's in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to come in, Gary, I'll send you. I'll send you an email anyway if you can come on. I still have your email. I'm pretty sure I do. Anyway, should. But it would be interesting to hear what Gary has to say about, because I know Jordan, like myself, he was gutted. Because as you know, he's a huge Doctor Who fan like us all. And the time this child was asked, obviously he knew what was coming because he was one of the channels that, if not the channel, that warned people about what was to come. And to be quite honest with you, it wasn't.
And was it dull? Yeah, it's visually the first half looked okay. I will give it that. But Jesus Christ. So Noel, so the question that you were asking was, does this change for you if the old stories happen? And I'm like, no, you rewrote the lore of the show decades after the fact. This is reinventing something that doesn't need to be reinvented, other than your own ego. So now we've had the Doctor's past destroyed through the Timeless Child, and now we've had his future destroyed when today they literally retired, practically sent to the home, the old white dude Doctor.
They basically sent him on his merry way. Is he coming on? Because if he's coming on, I'm going to put the link in the chat, but I want to make sure he's coming on first to put the link in the chat, because I don't know where his second email address is here. It should be here. I don't know. See, I put so many here years ago, but I don't think he's down as.
Let's just see. What do I have here?
I have him.
Oh yeah, he'll come on for a bit. If you can find him, Noel, I
got him. I've sent you an email there, okay. Gary, under your Gary at Nerdrotic.com.
Yeah, no, I've got him on both my Twitter accounts, but if you got him the link, then...
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one, but...
Just a sec. Let's see. Twitter. X. Okay. Messages. Nerdrotic. Message.
I've sent it to him. It's been so long since I sent these emails, obviously.
Oh yeah, just in case I'm sending him
a
link.
Well, if Gary's coming on, I'm going to try get my camera, because we know Gary will be on.
Okay, so join StreamYard. Copy link. Okay, paste. Okay, Gary, I just sent you the link on Twitter if you can't find Noel's email from the Bowlestrek account. So I don't have cultivated media logged in on this computer. Just to be on the safe side. Going to my other browser, Firefox, which is logged into the other Twitter account. Oh, never mind. Okay, I don't have to. I see the Santa hat.
Hey.
Hi. How are you, my friend?
Sorry to disrupt the flow of your conversation.
No, we were just commiserating. So how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Long time no talk to. It's good to see you back, Bowlestrek.
Oh, I'm back and pissing everybody off.
That's good.
So, Gary, what did you think?
A total waste of the toy maker and Neil Patrick Harris. A lot of repeated beats from the masters from the current Who with the embedded Giggle. And I was mostly kind of bored watching it, right? So and it didn't feel like a 60th anniversary special. It didn't feel special at all. And the ending for me was pure fanfic with the bigeneration. I was chuckling when I was watching it. I'm like, oh my God.
Did you catch the name? How subtle that was?
So subtle.
Yep.
So subtle. I thought like there was some good visuals in it. I really wish they would have gone more with the guy with his head on a puppet. If they would have done more stuff like that, it would have been and gone into the more scary stuff. I think it would have been okay. But I just felt nothing. I felt apathy, and it just shows where we're going. So with the split, I haven't been able to because I just finished watching it right with you guys. So with the bigeneration, what are they trying to say with that? Because that still doesn't fix anything, right? William Hartnell is not the first Doctor anymore. The Doctor is not from Gallifrey. The Timeless Children still happened, and that's a deal breaker for me. I'm just done. You know, I could care less. I don't think Shooty was terrible in this. He was walking around in his underwear.
Yeah,
but I just there's no excitement, and that's the whole point of these specials were to bring back fans, bring in new ones, and I think they completely failed in the first episode. So this has been a disaster. As I just posted on Twitter, I feel like they started out by gaslighting us, and then they just bored us to death. You know.
Yeah,
so,
the rumors weren't as bad as they could have been. Although the split regeneration, I don't know, that leaked months ago, and I'm kind of like you, Gary. I've stopped caring. I more or less am just watching these specials in disbelief, and I'm having a blast making fun of them. The thing that I told Noel is it.
Oh, where'd you go, Noel? Where'd you go?
Oh, his thing keeps exploding.
Oh, okay.
No, he'll come back. It looked okay for the first part, and the effects last week were atrocious. The effects this week were fine, but what did you think of the dance sequence with the bubbles?
I didn't. I was just kind of dumbfounded when I was watching it. It's Neil Patrick Harris, so I guess there's got to be a dance number. The only thing that again was good is when he turned the unit soldiers into like balls, and like one guy's head was trapped in the ball. It's like do way more of that and a lot less of preaching, and I mean like doing nothing. Like a lot of exposition, a lot of Doctor Who's running around corridors, but it means something when they do that. And none of this meant something. Like the Toymaker should have been introduced in the first episode, and they should have been building up to this. The character arc of the Doctor asking, "Who am I?" And now you have a Doctor who can, sorry folks, spoilers, settle down, right, with his own TARDIS, which presents a whole other set of problems in this show, because now when you watch Shooty, you're gonna go, when can David Tennant's Doctor come in? He's got a TARDIS. That's gonna come in handy in a lot of spots.
That's what I said. When there's a conflict on Earth, or Earth's being taken over by someone, what's stopping David Tennant's Doctor from swanning in there and doing something about it?
Right? I mean, obviously the TARDIS must be able to communicate with each other, and how can there be two? And
well, not only that, I don't know if you caught this, because it was reported. I guess RTD has now said they're retconning the history of the show again. Apparently now every Doctor going back to Hartnell has had a split regeneration, and apparently RTD said this online. So apparently every version of the Doctor also exists. So apparently this just happened off screen with each regeneration, and somehow nobody found out
Yeah,
about it until
that's
now.
what it is. Yeah, that's what he said. He said every classic doctor has bigenerated. So every classic doctor is out there somewhere, according to his logic now. So what I would say to RTD to that is then where were all these other fucking doctors when the universe was at stake then?
What
Do they
exactly?
die?
It's like the Eternals.
Another thing as well, do they age like humans now? He's still a Time Lord. He still had two hearts.
Yep.
Right? They never mention anything about whether he grows old like humans now or whether he so he's gonna stay with Donna and her family. They die obviously before he does because he either takes slower to die or never dies because he can. So what happens when David and the Doctor grows old? Does he regenerate and generate then
They
into
didn't think of these things.
did he just knob another part off now? Is this what we're doing? That's what he's done now. This is how cheap he's made that whole thing of regen. It's cheap now. He's cheapened it because he thinks this is the best way to save the show. The best way to save the show is actually just give us decent writing and stop with the pandering. That was it. That you had one brief. That's it. Simple as that. Right? But instead, you decide to look. The first two specials were clear what he was doing. Doctor Who is a platform for his ideology, and we're going to get a lot of the Jordan Shooties era. And I mean, I've just seen that trailer. That trailer is cringe. I'm telling you now, Christmas episode, musical number, forget about it. After tonight's musical number, you can forget. You can forget about it. Forget about it. I'm like Chris now. And Gary, I'm just here now to rip the piss out of this now for the next few years, and I'll bring you some great content.
The only fun you can get.
There's no point in me getting emotionally attached to this show anymore. You know what? I was devastated the night at the time this child. This is worse, but I'm all right because that initial heartbreak back then, and that hurt me deeply. Gary was the same. You could even see by Gary's reaction that night when he did his stream. He was fucking in shock.
Oh, we witnessed.
We all were, but Gary knew it was coming. That's the thing. Gary told everybody it was coming. But seeing it on screen when it actually finally happened, my heart was broke that night.
I got a question for.
I've never
Gary.
recovered since. Right.
Oh, I got mad. Well, Gary, because we were Gary and I were texting back and forth 2 weeks ago when the Star Beast aired. So you think Gary, are you officially done now with the show?
Yeah. I'm done.
Sure,
I think you're even. I might just watch. I'm probably going to call him Dr. Nutty's first episode. I'm going to watch it to do a rip video. I was done with the show during Flux. I just came back.
No, the fact that they mentioned it again.
Yeah, they brought it up again. They doubled down on Flux as well. So he's not. Look, he bringing in Chibnall, listen, I think this was deliberate. They knew Chibnall was going to be progressive and he was going to do something to mess the show up. And what either him, RTD, and Moffat were waiting in the wings to take over so they could do whatever they want because the show was at such a low ebb that the BBC would just be happy for someone to come in. And they did. They were happy with RTD coming in, and then the Disney deal happened and it was game over. And again, as I said, the boycotting this show now is too late, right?
Yep.
Doing any of that other nonsense that we did back, it's too late, right? This show is on Disney Plus for another 2 years at least. So even if it fails on BBC and goes down in the ratings on BBC and loses that primetime spot, it's still going to be dragged through the mud on Disney Plus and BBC.
Oh, for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Well, here's the question that I have, and I know Gary, you've been. Especially recently, you've covered a lot more of Disney than I have. I've just kind of been following it, the complete train wreck from the outside. But they're doing this whole Hooniverse thing, which I think is going to be a financial disaster. You actually see this going anywhere because Disney is screwed. I don't see this going past 2 years.
It can't. I mean, it's gonna look a lot like Star Trek. So Star Trek under Kurtzman Trek was basically bankrolled by Netflix for 3 seasons. And then you saw what happened afterwards, and now that it's petering out, it's on the point of complete destruction.
How can it, Chris? how can they do a universe, right? When the
Right.
main show itself isn't on solid foundations. The
Well,
main
that's what I
show
said. They can't.
ratings have been down
They
for
can't.
fucking the last
So
5.5 fucking years. It's not
what
if it does spin-offs and the spin-offs do better than the main show, that's another nail in the fucking coffin. They can't do spin-offs from that. They can't. How can they?
What they also destroyed was the regeneration and the power and the impact story-wise of the loss of that doctor. That tragedy, actually, we like it. It's sad, but we like it. It's part of the story. It's part of what makes him the lonely god, basically.
Yeah,
and now it's just, it's funsies, and now everybody exists, and it's fanfic, and that's why I called it fanfic, because it's, in isolation, I'm okay with a doctor getting a happy ending if you want to do that, but it doesn't work when you have two doctors everywhere and nothing really matters anymore. And yes, that question is going to come up, just like with the Eternals, and Thanos. It's like, where the hell were all those other doctors? And how are they all still alive? And was there not somebody there to pull the other doctor out of all the doctors that regenerated before? Like, how did they figure out they bigenerated? Did they bump into a wall and another doctor pops out? Like, how does that even work?
Yeah, it's silly.
It's silly.
It's humorous in its incompetence. This was all ego on the part of RTD, just the same as it was ego with Chibs. He wanted to put his stamp on the show by ruining it, and now this is RTD's timeless show. Like they've wrecked the origin of the Doctor, they've wrecked the future of the character, and now they've retconned the entire existing history of the character. So you got every Doctor still exists. So wouldn't they have run into each other at some point?
Right. And then what about all the times they met themselves and it was, they wouldn't remember it afterwards. It's like, well, what the hell? What about all the previous anniversary specials?
It's just crazy. None of this actually makes any sense. And of course, the media later on, some journalists will be out there now. The spin will happen tomorrow, as you know. Listen, I do think this is bad. I think that's why a nervous looking RTD the night before BBC threw up that little short video with him in the TARDIS, and he did look nervous. It's the first time I've actually seen him look nervous. But
Russell T Davies is trending in the UK.
But here's the
Doctor
thing.
Who is trending here.
Yeah.
Think about this, lads, right? We were all saying, well, some of us were saying that Stephen Moffat was the worst showrunner of modern Who.
He was.
I think he's looking and smelling the bed of roses right now. Look,
all the good episodes during RTD's original run were written by Moffat.
Listen, that's what I was going to say. Listen, we might have had problems with Moffat's era, and I do think the BBC did try to push agenda on him, and I do believe he pushed back a little bit. But I think if you reanalyze his fucking era, I think you're looking at probably the best era there now. I watched his RTD's first season again. It's aged pretty badly. And you're right, his episodes weren't as good as I remember. It was other people's episodes that were better.
He gave us farting aliens and the deification of Barack Obama. Anybody remember that? I do.
I remember.
Yep.
He gave us some good stuff, but Moffat was also there with him for those first 4 seasons too, and he had a lot to do with a lot of the episodes behind the scenes. Like they were kind of writing partners. And I like Moffat's first 2 seasons quite a bit. It's after that it gets really dodgy, but like really dodgy.
Yeah.
But
go ahead, Gary.
No, I was going to say it helps to have like a doctor with presence that like David Tennant covered up a lot of things, right? So did Matt Smith. And Peter Capaldi did the best he could. Could have been a great doctor.
Still my favorite doctor though.
Yeah, he's so good. But yeah, it's just, I think I was musing around my title for the video I'm going to make. And, it's probably going to be I'm going to at least say this in the video. It's probably best to, like, some things just need to end and be.
That's where I am.
Yeah, that some things just need to end. Let it sit for a while, a long while. Let people miss it, or just stick with the almost 60 years. It's not
what
hasn't been
should
60
have
years.
happened was
of
look
good
at
stuff.
the original scene that was supposed to happen is that we see the start of Jodie regenerating, and it was supposed to fade to black because BBC were going to shelve it.
Yeah,
And
they were going to cancel that show.
Yeah, and I absolutely believe that would have been the right decision at the time. I do.
As Peter's doctor says, "Doctor, I let you go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have fun, Disney. Disney Doctor Who. That's what we got.
Yeah, a few years away. I think the fandom would still be, us would still be around talking about it, about the stuff that we loved about and stuff, and we'd keep it alive until someone came along that actually understood
my
the
10-year
show.
rule. Well, no, I've told you what I call my 10-year rule. And I think this goes with pretty much everything. When a franchise is burned out, and you can compare this to Star Trek at the end of Enterprise, it didn't have the issues that Doctor Who had. And I think the last 2 seasons of Enterprise were brilliant. But the problem is the Star Trek franchise at that point was pretty much as old as New Who is right now, sort of Star Trek TNG to Enterprise. And I said this online and got ripped to shreds back in 2005. Regardless of what, even you could have the best season ever, the show needs to go away. And my rule is when something is burned out, it needs to go away for at least 10 years. 10 years for people to miss it, and 10 years, to get that feeling of excitement again because you've killed the show. Well, I think with Doctor Who, I think maybe the best thing to do would have been had they ended after Capaldi's first season before it really went to shit. That would have been the best time to end Doctor Who. That would have been
that fourth season of Capaldi's is actually great. It gets a lot of stick, but I actually think his fourth season's great. I love that dark.
But what he's doing is there's no time to breathe, like none. There's 2 weeks between old New Who versus new Who. It's going to be a disaster. There is no interest. There is no excitement for this show. They threw everything they could at these specials. They got back RTD. They got back David Tennant. They got back Catherine Tate. And they have the overnights for Whittaker's first story. And this is before seeing the episode. It's done. I think it needs to rest for at minimum 10 years.
I agree. That used to be Disney's old philosophy back in the day. They used to vault their movies and re-release them, after I think it was 7 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but it was it made you long for them and miss them, and it showed restraint. Something this era doesn't allow. So it'll just be ground into the dirt, and the best you'll get
that's the heartbreaking thing about it, though, because you've given your time, I've given me time. We've all fell in love with this show, right? We've also given our hard-earned cash because we wanted to buy the merchandise for this show because that's how much we love. It's not just the financial things, the emotional, and all of the time spent watching these stories, and it just feels like he's just shat on all of that now. And Peter Jesse James G put $9.99 super chat in, and he says, "I do not care what these creeps do to the show. I have the classic series, and they can't touch that." Well, they have, because he said every classic Doctor. They've just retconned it. Every classic Doctor boy generated. That's what it's called, boy generated. Every Doctor, every single Doctor. So William Hartnell, when we saw him, when he moved on, that wasn't him regenerating. He just lobbed another part off, apparently. So his Doctor is still out there.
Imagine how much better it would be had this show been canceled after Peter Capaldi's first season. That would have been 9 years ago.
Yep.
We would be looking at the show so differently now. We're almost at that 10-year mark. We'd be wanting it to come back. Of course, it would have come back in.
Actually, I disagree with the both of you there. I have to say, this show should have ended after RTD specials because the show was already on the decline. at that stage.
I disagree. I
years.
think Matt Smith's first season is actually the best of New Who, but it does go downhill after that.
Yeah. That's a great.
Oh, no, I'm not saying his first season wasn't great. It is great, but the ratings were on the decline under RTD. They did start to go down.
They really started going down during Capaldi's era. And the disingenuous thing that the media ran with is like Jodie's were never, other than the first episode, were never really better than Capaldi's. Capaldi's actually, when you finally had the final numbers, were better in a lot of cases. And then, of course, it fell off a cliff. I have to run, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrupt
no worries, Gary.
No,
it was nice talking again, my friend.
It is, but it's been a long time, and thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate you.
Of course. Love you guys.
Man. Everybody loves you here anyway, so
cheers.
You know, it's been
Thank
nice.
you.
Cheers.
If I don't hear from you in a while, enjoy your Christmas, mate, and a happy New Year to you and your family. Yeah.
Enjoy your Christmas with your family, both you guys, and
Christmas Day,
and everybody in the chat. And don't maybe not watch the special on Christmas Day to ruin your
Christmas. Are you gonna ruin Christmas by watching the Christmas special, Gary?
No.
I hopefully my family will distract me from doing that, but we'll see. We'll see. But guys, really happy holidays. Thanks for having me on, and let's talk soon. Okay, take care.
Awesome. Take care, Gary.
Awesome. And to Pete, Jesse, James, G. I suppose it's how you look at it, but he has actually meddled with the classic.
I'm going to take off, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to work on my video after this. I need to process the stupidity I've just seen.
You're gonna watch it again.
My video, it's going to be. It won't be tomorrow. It's going to be probably a few days, sometime next week. Because I need to think about this rather than just throwing my usual video together. But what I am going to do, I'm going to watch The Deadly Assassin, because that's one of my favorite classic series shows, because I need a palate cleanser. I need to remind myself of why I once liked this show, because right now that is completely failing me. I don't even know what to rate this out of 10.
Listen, you don't have to rate it. Listen, you can get... This is what I'd say. I just want to end on this point. RTD will never take Classic Who from me or Chibs, right? Like Chris. Right? I adore that show. Right? No matter what he does, folks, remember this, right? No matter what he does, he will always have that. But what I'm going to tell you is it's more important than ever is to go out and buy those physical copies before they do start changing the digital versions, because that's exactly what they'll try to do next. So go out and get your fucking your fucking physical copies of Classic Who. And even if you are a fan of RTD's era and Moffat's era, buy those as well if that's what you want to. Get your collection going, because you're not going to have... Listen, Doctor Who ended tonight, right? That was it. It ended tonight. That's the reality. Why I'm not upset, I don't know. Maybe later on it'll probably hit me. But Doctor Who ended tonight. He's changed the whole history of the show. He's done worse than what Chibs could ever do. Right? Okay? Chibs opened the door for him. So people saying Chibs is smelling the roses. So I've seen someone giving him a kind of positive comment there. No. He's the one that opened the door for all of this shit. So don't forget that. Right? He's just as responsible as RTD is for destroying this show. And now we have to sit back and watch it being dragged through the mud for the next 2 years, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Why has he done it? Because he has a fucking ego. Because he wants to shape Doctor Who in his fucking way, his image, his beliefs. Remember, there was a lot of stuff he wanted to do, but BBC actually stopped him from doing it, believe it or not, when they weren't as woke. They actually stopped him from doing a lot of stuff.
Right? So I just tweeted this, Noel, just before I go. So this is my current stance, just put up on Twitter. So we've just had The Timeless Children Part 2. My review will be up in a few days because I need time to digest what I just watched.
I retweeted you.
Oh yeah, you just saw it.
Listen.
I need to watch this again. I'm not happy, but I need time to
one thing I will say
I think I'm kind of dumbfounded. Not that I really cared about this show anymore. I'm just dumbfounded at what he's done. Like dumbfounded.
I just don't see the logic behind it. But look, the one thing I will always thank this show for is the fact that I've met all you guys in the chat, and I've met Chris, people like Gary, Lee, Gobstar. You all know who you are. I've met you all great people. That's the one thing I'll always be thankful for Doctor Who for. And you know what? RTD can't take that away from us either. So, you know, we will still be here. We'll still do what we do. But yeah, I agree with Chris. This one is starting to sink in now, what he's done, and it's hard.
This is I've been doing these riff videos for years. Sort of my high point was Woke Batman. This is the first time I haven't done one of these videos right after watching it, because I've never been this dumbfounded. I don't even think I was this dumbfounded by the Timeless Children, because that was so just out of left field. I'm just, the more I think about this, and the more I think about how he's contextualizing it, the less sense it makes.
Yeah, which makes it
worse. And I, you know, people would say Stephen Moffat would do. No, Stephen Moffat, his tendency, RTD's focus was always on what I now call boom, boom, blowy, blowy, boom, boom, let's shock everyone. Stephen Moffat was different, and I don't think he did it very well, but his focus was not on reinventing the Doctor. His was more learning more about the Doctor within established canon. What we like, I just like, just from a common sense narrative standpoint, none of this makes sense, which is why I can't go do my video right now, because I'm just. It
doesn't though. That's the thing. It doesn't actually make sense. How RT? See, this is the thing. He said he was going to try and explain all of this. There's no way you can explain all this and make this make sense to any of us fans, right? So why don't you just say you messed up, man?
I can't even do a rip video on this. Actually, my review is
not.
How do
you even rip this video? How do you even fucking make fun of it?
Well, no, when I do put it up, this is not going to be one of my Woke Batman style rip videos, because this is such a mess. I can't even. I might rip the dance sequence. I can't even really review the episode. It's a mess. I have to review the concept of what they've done and how none of it makes sense. But I've been doing YouTube for 16 years, and this is, 16 and a half years now. This is the first time that I'm completely dumbfounded about what to do for a video. First time in 16 freaking years.
I agree with you, because with the Timeless Children, we were all angry, and we were all like visibly shocked. But with this one, it's just that last 20 minutes, as I said, it's just totally what the fuck just happened kind of scenario. That's.
Well, I'm gonna sign off, because I'm giving myself a headache thinking of it. So at some point in the next 7 days, it won't be a riff video, because I can't even riff this. It's that perplexing. It'll be a video more or less discussing, trying to make sense of the stupidity we've just seen. I can't even rate this out of 10. It doesn't even have the woke nonsense or terrible effects to make fun of, which I had in the last episodes were a freaking gift. But I'm going to say good night, everyone. If you're completely confused, I think everybody is completely confused of what they just watched. I'm going to watch The Deadly Assassin, and then I'm going to go and see what other people are saying. Like, not the RTD army, but actual competent people whose reviews and views make sense.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Pyramids of Mars. That's my palate cleanser.
So this is I'm going to sign off. So Noel, once again, we suffered through the Timeless Children together.
Yeah,
here we are again.
And we did it again.
All right. Well, take care, everybody.
You're up for Christmas Day, just before you do go, because you'll have time to think about it. But if you are up for Christmas Day, you're not too busy and you want to do
we might be. We probably won't be able to do a live watch because it'll be the middle of the afternoon here, and I'm doing usual Christmas stuff. But if you want to do a later watch in the day, say Christmas Day evening, which would be later your time, but yeah, I know you never sleep anyway.
Or maybe I'll just suffer through 2 watch-alongs, watch it myself with everybody, and then watch it again with you later. Maybe
yeah, I'll be watching it after the fact, but yeah, I definitely will not be watching it as it airs. Because frankly, I don't want to ruin my Christmas with that anyway, but at some point within 24 hours. So yeah, so folks, this is the Trigger Train signing off. Review, when I figure out what to do with it, will be up sometime within the next 7 days. Jesus Christ. What did I just watch? Until next time, suck it.
And there he goes. There he goes. Right, well, obviously the numbers are going to dwindle now because I'm here, but I'm going to wrap up now in just a second. But I do agree with Chris. This one is a hard one to analyze. Not a hard one to analyze, sorry. We'll analyze it, but what I mean is it's hard for this to be rated because, as we said, up until a point, this episode was decent. It had good direction. As Chris said, the CGI was grand. It was steady writing, and then we get to the whole Spice Girl scene, and that's when it kind of goes downhill. And then this whole thing is just, I just don't know. As I said, my heart was already broken during the time this child. Right now, I just can't get angry. I mean, I'm confused. And I'm actually sick to my stomach right now. Because every single doctor is part of this. And he said that on a podcast. So it's legit. Boy generation. So all the other doctors are out there. Get RIP Doctor Who to trend on X. It's too late. It's too late. Listen, this is how this. I'm going to sign off by saying this. This is the last thing I'm going to say. The time to write hashtags, time for boycotts is done. It's on Disney Plus. Shooty has already filmed 1 series. It's done. He's already filming the 2nd. Okay, so for another 2 series at least, this show is going to be dragged through the mud. So putting RIP Doctor Who or trying to get it trended is not going to change the course of the show up for the next 2 years, right? The bottom line is when I and many other people called for a boycott during the Chris Chibnall era, everybody refused to do it, right? So we're all responsible. Every single one of us are responsible for what's happened tonight. Okay, it's not just RTD. We had to been stronger in the fandom and fought back a little bit harder. Well, I reckon I fought really hard in this fandom. I'll say it out straight. I don't believe everybody was pulling in the same direction. And if we had pulled in the same direction, we could have got something done during the Chibnall era. Tuning out wasn't enough, right? There needed to actually be a campaign like the fans would have done in the 70s and 80s if they didn't like that, and the big campaign, right? That's what we needed to do. So it's too late for hashtags. It's too late for boycotts, right? Because people are going to tune out anyway on BBC, right? It's already proven that people are not tuning in. Okay, we had 3 specials, and none of them. Well, I reckon the overnights for this are not going to do as well as the 50th anniversary. None of them have. Okay, so it's already dead in the water. It was dead in the water before he even put the 1st episode up on screen because of what he did to Davros, right? It was already dead in the water because what Chris Chibnall did in his era. Series 11 is where I say the damage was done. Forget about series 12 and 13, right? Series 11 is where this show was mortally wounded, right? And it never recovered from series 11. It went downhill after that, right? And has continued that downhill spiral, right? And granted, the first episode did better than Jodie Whittaker's last few. Big fucking deal, right? Whittaker's era was an absolute disgrace, right? You compare this, and this gets compared and gets measured by the 50th anniversary because that was the last anniversary, right? Big special. So it gets compared to that, and compared to that, it didn't even get half of the numbers of what the 50th anniversary got. So this has not been a success. So the time for boycotts, the time for hashtags, the time for defund the BBC that I've seen floating around for the last few years is over, right? The bottom line is Doctor Who is no longer our show, and it's time that we all just accept it, right? You're not getting your show back. The amount of complaining, bitching, or moaning is going to get it back, but I'm just going to complain, bitch, and moan because I'll make a few quid doing it, and why fucking not? Right? I've dedicated me life and me time to this show and spent me hard-earned fucking cash, right? So if it's doing bad, I'll stick by and watch that go down the fucking tubes, right? Because I'm a fan, and I'll still fucking watch even though my heart will be broken every fucking week, but I'll make a fucking few quid doing it, right? I don't give a crap, right? So everything is done. No, but nothing is going to work now. You have to sit back now for the next 2 years now and watch this show being destroyed. Simple as that. There's nothing you can do, right? And even if you tune out, yes, they take it off BBC One, it'll go straight onto iPlayer and it'll be available in Disney anyway for the next 2 years, right? Or whatever the deal is for, right? So they've got to deal with Disney. Doctor Who is on screen for that whole deal, right? And for people thinking that if it goes bad on BBC, that they won't, they'll still keep it on BBC. It'll be Disney. That'd be do you know what? That's probably part of the thinking with Disney. This will be their way to get their hands on the fucking IP, right? Doctor Who's going nowhere, whether you like it or not. So boycotts done, hashtags done. Nothing's going to fucking resurrect this now. The best you can hope is that for the next few years, that it's not dragged through the mud any worse than what it is, but we know that that's not going to be the case. So we just have to suck it up as fans and just wait until this show dies and disappears off TV, and then we'll obviously then pick up the pieces when all the sycophants are gone, when all the fucking activists are gone, right? And we'll be left to pick up the fucking pieces of the fandom and pick up the pieces of this fucking show, right? And then it'll probably be never shown on TV during my lifetime, and that'll be the fucking saddest thing of all. I'll never get to see my favorite sci-fi show ever return to greatness, right? So that's the bottom line. That's what happened tonight. This show died tonight. It died tonight, right? Some people say it died during the time as children. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But this completely fucking put the final nail in any resurrection. So the bottom line is this: unless some of these states start banning characters and stuff like that, you may be able to force the issue. But they're not going to do it because they still get the money at the end of the day. So look, I hate to be all doom and gloom, but that's just the reality of it, right? It's not our show anymore. You know, it was made clear during the Whittaker era. It's been made clear here. It's not for us anymore. It's moving on. Sure, even RTD making comments earlier on saying that this show was kind of, it wouldn't be strictly sci-fi. It was moving towards the fantasy side of it. So he's doing them off it, but it'll be more fantasy than sci-fi. So already the show is moving away even further from its sci-fi roots. So this isn't even going to be Doctor Who anymore. And I've seen the trailer, and trust me, right, this ain't Doctor Who anymore, right? It's not our Doctor Who anyway, right? It's only Doctor Who in name, Disney Who. So I'm off to kind of think about what I've just watched now and just see if I can make sense of it. But there's no making sense of this. It doesn't make sense in any realm. RTD has just shot himself in the foot, and you know, he said he couldn't wait for the reaction. Well, my reaction is F you, fuck you, right? That's my reaction. How dare you? How dare you disrespect the longest running sci-fi show of all time? How fucking dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself for what you've done tonight, right? All of that history, all of that law, all of that canon just flushed down the toilet because of your fucking ego. Anyway, do you know what will be interesting? The overnights. So tune in tomorrow. Obviously, I'll give you the overnights and what the overnights are. But until then, I'm gonna sign out. But for your physicals, okay? Seriously, this is the time now. We always say it, and people just kind of shove it off. I'll get round to it. I'll get round to it. Buy your fucking physicals, okay? Buy your physicals before they start changing them, because they will. That's what they always do, right? They did it during the Chris Chibnall era. They start inserting masters pictures in certain of the animations. Buy your fucking physicals before they start changing them, because I'm telling you now, that's exactly what they will do. No wonder the BBC account on YouTube was putting up all the regenerations and stuff like that, doing the Doctor Who for Dummies videos, because he was prepping everybody. Well, this is what the law used to be, but now this is the new law under Lord Chibnall, under Lord RTD. That man has a god complex. That's all I will say. But look, I'll see you tomorrow anyway. This will probably all hit me later on, but at least I'll be on my own then if I do get upset, but hopefully not. But be under no illusion, tonight was the death of Doctor Who. And I just want to say tonight is a sad night in the fandom. I just think about it this way. If he's done that tonight, then what else is on the chopping board? And that's the thought I will leave you with. Come and join me for the review panel. I did tell everybody I was going to do it tomorrow. So we'll see. Just join me tomorrow anyway. I'll have to find out. Listen, I have to talk to the usual suspects that come on. I remember I did actually say it on stream, but I just want to double verify that that's okay. If so, we'll be doing the panel review of this episode tomorrow, where I'll have a bit more time to think about it and tell you my final thoughts and what I give this. And again, this rating is going to be difficult because up until a certain point, this episode is actually pretty decent, as we said. And I was actually loving it in some parts, but then it's the last act, it's that last couple of acts that derail this completely. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank everybody in the chat that contributed tonight. Pete, Jesse, James, G with the super chat. I want to thank you very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Before you all feck off now there, because I see the numbers are going down because you know I'm heading off. Don't forget to like, Share, please, if you don't mind the stream. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. We welcome new people here all the time. And, you know, it'd be nice to hear your opinions tomorrow. So tomorrow we do a full review panel with the usual suspects that we do have on. As I said, I will just verify that is definitely happening tomorrow. If not, it'll be the usual Wednesday, but I'm hoping it's not Wednesday. We hope it's tomorrow because it's fresh in everybody's head. So hopefully we have Classic Who tomorrow, but I'm hoping we can do that stream instead. More than likely we will. So come and join us for that tomorrow, guys, because there'll be plenty to talk about from the panel. And we'll be joined by the usual suspects, as I said, PD Rich and Queen Charlotte for the Sunday streams. And then obviously if it's a panel review, then I will send out emails to the usual suspects, as I said. And if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. Remember, I'm only bringing people on that have watched the episode. So if you've watched it, you're more than welcome to come on. And I'm going to stick to that this week, because I know one week I did allow some people on that didn't watch it, but I won't be doing it this time. It'll just be people that have watched the episode, and then we can get back to then covering whatever bloody news comes out about the Shooties era then over the next couple of weeks. And then we'll have our usual streams with the guys in the chat. And if you haven't checked out the channels there, PD Rich is putting them in there, but I want to give a few shout outs to a few channels. So Audred Audio Visual, that is Problem Beings channel. YouTube, you can also find them on X at The Problem Being, and he has a YouTube channel as well. I think The Problem Being, or Problem Being. I think he'll correct me if I'm wrong. Also, obviously, Bowlestrek's channel, he guest tonight. And of course, didn't know he was coming on, but great to see him here. Gary from Nerdrotic was also here as well. So go and check out his channel. And go and check out the usual suspects at Type 40 Rabbi from Another Planet, who will also be covering this. And the Gobster also, and many other channels out there. As I said, I see your comment, Lee. I gave him a thumbs up in the DMs because I was busy, but that means yes, I got his message, and he will be sent an email. As I said, all the usual suspects will be sent an email tomorrow that have watched, and if they want to come on, they can come on. So Jack will also receive an email, just like Real Super Doctor and other people that have watched it. So, as I said, nobody has to worry. Everybody will be brought on that wants to come on. And if anybody else wants to come on, DM me directly. Do it tonight. Send me your email address. I know there's a couple of people that Lee actually sent me on wanted to come on. If any of those people want to come on, you just DM me and let me know, and I will send you an email. If I don't have your email address, just leave your email in the DM. Say you're interested in coming on, and I will sort all of that out. I'll be back tomorrow, and then of course we'll be back then next week. So I'll leave it there. Good night. What time is that show tomorrow? Please. Well, we'll be starting at 7. Yeah, 7 o'clock. So come and join me for that. 7. I'll put the stream up tomorrow early. I know I say that, but I definitely will. 7 o'clock tomorrow, guys. So look out for that. Come and join me for that. I'll be interested to see people's take on what just happened. Well, I'm gonna leave you with Problem Beings trailers. As I said, if you want to go and check out his work, you check out his work at Audred Audio Visual. He has put up some new stuff on his channel as well. So the trailer that you're about to see, he put together for us, along with many other trailers that we feature on this channel. So another shout out to Lee, because normally Lee would be on for these panels, but Lee has refused to watch, and fair play to him. So, you know, giving him a shout out anyway, because, and if you're looking for any work to be done with your, you obviously see one of these trailers now, and if you think his work is great, go and give him hit him up there, and maybe he can do some work for you. You know, he's got reasonable prices and all of that. So if you need any work done on your channel, you know, he's the man, in my opinion. He's done a lot of stuff for myself and other YouTubers out there. Scott Stavros and Friends Wrestle with Pop Culture is another channel as well that he did the intro for, and many others. Very good, very good. Good night, folks. Have a good one. I'll see you all very soon. Night, night.